It happened when I was 17, in a sleepy Kansas suburb where the wildest thing that usually happened was a dog getting loose or a kid egging a mailbox. But on this night, something different happened, something I still can't explain. It was late October, a little after midnight. I had just left my friend Kyle's house after a movie night. His parents didn't care what time we stayed up, but mine did, so I was hoofing it home fast, headphones in, hoodie up, backpack slung over my shoulder. I took the same route I always did, Elm Street to Grant, then cut down Maple, where the streetlights are spaced wide and the houses thin out a bit. That's when I saw it. Under one of the flickering streetlights, just past the corner of Maple and Fifth, stood a clown. Not a cheap Party City clown either. This one looked like it stepped out of a nightmare. Dirty white face paint, exaggerated red lips drawn too wide, black triangles under hollow eyes, and this bulbous red nose that looked more like a tumor than a joke. He was wearing a yellow suit with red polka dots, saggy at the knees, and giant clown shoes that looked like they'd been through mud. At first, I thought, okay, this is just someone messing around. It's close to Halloween. But there was something off. He wasn't moving, at all. Just standing there, arms at his sides, staring directly at me. I slowed down, took out one earbud, and stared back. Nothing. Not a twitch, not a breath. Just that unblinking gaze under the pale glow of the streetlight. I laughed nervously to myself and kept walking. But as I passed the next street lamp, I felt it. That itchy feeling on the back of your neck when someone's watching you. I turned around. The clown had moved. He was now standing under the next streetlight, about 50 feet closer. I hadn't heard him. Not a single footstep. He was just there. "All right, man," I called out, trying to sound braver than I felt. "You made your point. Go home." No response. I took a step back. He didn't move, just kept staring. And then, he took one slow, exaggerated step forward. Like he was mimicking walking, or mocking it. I turned and bolted. I ran harder than I ever have in my life. My backpack bounced against my spine, my sneakers slapping the pavement. I didn't dare look back until I was at the end of my block. I risked a glance. He was gone. I stood there, wheezing, heart slamming against my ribs. Was I imagining this? Was it some bored teenager playing a prank? I sprinted the last stretch home, ran up the porch, slammed the door shut, and locked every bolt. My parents were asleep. The house was dark and quiet. I didn't wake them. I didn't know what to say. But I couldn't sleep. I just kept staring out the front window. The street was empty, silent, still, until 2:47 a.m. That's when I saw him again. Standing under the streetlight at the corner of my street. Same spot. Same stillness. I stared at him, and I swear to God he raised one hand and waved. That was it. I called the cops. 2 officers showed up 15 minutes later. They were nice about it and didn't make fun of me or anything. They swept the area, found nothing. One of them, Officer Harlan, pulled me aside after and asked what exactly I saw. I gave him every detail. Then he sighed and said, "You're not the first, kid. We've had 3 similar calls this month. Same description, same pattern. Clown standing under a streetlight, doesn't move, doesn't speak, then vanishes." He added, "We even checked footage from some of the city cams near one of the calls. Nothing showed up." I didn't sleep at all that night, or the one after. Every time a car passed and cast shadows through my blinds, I jumped. The clown never came back. Not to me, anyway. But I still walk a different route home. And I never look too long at anyone standing under a streetlight. Because whatever that thing was, it wasn't wearing a costume. It was wearing a face.